Hey guys, believe it or not, this is Mackenzie. We're here for number 2 of the subculture videos. I don't know if you can tell, but today's subculture is kind of crazy. Right now I'm dressed as a ganguro. A lot of people, especially if you're American, have no idea what a ganguro is, or a ganguro. Some people say, I've heard it said both ways. Ganguro is a Japanese subculture. It's kind of like the Japanese Snooki. Before I go into like what ganguro means and like how I'm dressed and everything, I'm going to tell you the history. I'm going to give you guys a nice little history lesson on ganguros. In the 1990s, Japanese girls started watching a lot more American films, and they saw this one particular movie. I can't remember the name, but there was a lot of Californian girls, and those Japanese girls became obsessed with the girls from California. They loved the bleach blonde hair and the really tan skin. Like, the Japanese girls thought that was so cool. And in Japan, like, nobody's tan. Everyone's pale in Japan. They all have black hair, so no one's got blonde hair there. They decided to start to try to look like the American California beach girls. They just started tanning and bleaching their hair, or dyeing it blonde, or bleaching it, or both. And these girls were called kogal. I think that's how you spell it. Is it kogal or kogal? I'm pretty sure it's kogal. That sounds a little bit more Japanese than kogal. And they looked, I mean, besides the fact that they were Japanese, tan, and blonde, they didn't really look that weird. Like, they didn't really wear a whole lot of makeup or anything. But they did kind of wear like slutty clothes. Someone made this like magazine or something, and it was a magazine teaching Japanese girls how to have sex while wearing a kimono. So, like, as you can tell, these girls are kind of like scandalous or whatever. A little bit more crazier than your average Japanese schoolgirl, because that's what they were all before. However, the cool thing in Japan was like wearing your little schoolgirl uniform with your like plaid skirt and your tie and like a white blouse or whatever. So then eventually some girls were like, no, this is not tan enough for me. They made their skin even darker. It was kind of like how mine is right now. Those became known as ganguros, and ganguro means blackface. Yeah, blackface in Japanese. And ganguros are known to be rebellious girls. They started wearing really bright colors. Cause like, oh yeah, the kogal girls also too, like, to make that California girl more Japanese, they added like really bright colored outfits. And so did the ganguro, but they took that another step farther. Crazy accessories. Some girls, after a while, so this is like how tan they were, decided that still was not tan enough for them. So they pretty much painted their faces really like black, like dark brown. They're called yamanba. I spelled that wrong on my thing I'm looking at. I don't know, I'll type it out for you so you can look at the word. That word literally means mountain hag. And I know you might want to, like, you might think like, why would you want to look like a mountain hag? Like, that's kind of weird. But I guess there is some kind of like character from some Japanese show. The girls wanted to be like him, and he was a mountain hag or whatever. I forgot to mention in my last video that I'm making a website. I'm in the process of making a website about subcultures. It's not like finished yet, and I will seriously let you guys know as soon as it goes out, because it's going to be amazing, and there's no other website like it. Trust me, I've looked. Once that website goes out, which hopefully will be really, really soon, you'll be able to see a picture of a yamanba, I don't know, something like that. It's like, that's your thing and you're into that, like, more props to you, like, do your thing, girl. But, it's not for me. I'm gonna kind of stand up for you. They usually have bare legs. They're usually wearing, like, big, like, boots, like, you know those, like, platform boots that Japanese people wear, like, they usually wear those kind of things, or they wear, like, high heel, like sandal kind of things. They have like a really variety of style. It's always colorful, always colorful. Sometimes it's all pink, sometimes it's really colorful. I'm wearing this really short skirt. I've got this really bright shirt here. It's really bright clothes. Just think bright and chillins again. A lot of them wear like bikini tops and stuff too. Jewelry, I'm not really wearing a lot, but they usually wear a ton Ton of very childish, very bright colored jewelries. This is a really good example of what they're wearing. Okay, so this is their makeup. I'm going to talk about their makeup. They a lot of times have stickers on their faces like I have here. They have this like white around their eyes, and it comes like around the bottom too, like you can see mine. Black on the eyelid and around, like kind of like emo kinda, but really not emo at all because these people are way too happy to be emo. I don't know why, but there's a stripe down the nose. White stripe right down the nose. Some of it's a little more blended into the nose. I don't really blend mine too much just because I really wanted to make sure it stood out in the video. Some of them do blend them a little bit more. Lips, white lips. Their hair is almost always blonde except for once you get to the yamanba phase, they have like crazy colored hair. Like they might have hair like this. But my hair is black. My hair is not blonde. And I don't own any blonde wigs. I always have long hair. I put these like flowers around my hair. Like that you can go crazy with the hair as long as it's like blonde. Unless you're like yamanba, but like, you know. So I like added some like blonde. Like a lot of times they have like crazy extensions. Like I put these crazy extensions I have. You can't really see it. They a lot of times will wear Hawaiian lace. Not always though. Like I also have, you can't really see, but I have these beads too. Like a lot of crazy jewelry. Just crazy stuff. Just think crazy and colorful. I'm going to finish this video now. Just like my emo video I did, I'm going to have another video telling you all the products that I used to get this look because I know you're all dying to look just like this. I know I was. Hopefully you check that video out and hopefully you like this one. You can thumbs it up, you can rate it, subscribe, you can follow me on Twitter. I am twitter.com/creaturekenzie. Follow me on Tumblr, tumblr.com/creaturekenzie. I think I'll put the links in the description. Check out my emo video if you did not see that video. It's my first subculture video I made out of many. This is number 2 and I plan to be making a ton more. Bye and see you soon.